shouted, pointing to her chest. Evelyn set Rachel downed a pair of oven mitts, and took out a meatloaf she'd been keeping warm in the oven. She put thick slabs of meatloaf between 2 slices of wheat bread, spread with mustard, placed 2 large spoonfuls of put 2 large 2 spoonfuls of potato salad beside the sandwich, poured a glass of iced tea, and handed it to Jack on the sofa. Evelyn managed to get a few bites of leftover mashed potatoes and applesauce into Rachel while laying her down for a nap, something Rachel always objected to vehemently. "She always fights a nap," Evelyn sighed once the child was down. "Wonder who she got that from," she said, eyeballing Maggie. When Maggie was Rachel's age, Evelyn would practically have to tie her down for her naps. Humming. Evelyn had started cleaning up what little mess there was in the kitchen when Maggie called for her. "Mom, what are you doing?" "Just cleaning up a bit." "Could you come here for a second?" Evelyn threw down the dishcloth, dashing into the living room. She had learned to act quickly over the last several weeks. Sometimes the pain left Maggie curled into a ball, begging for medication, but that was usually before one of Salvia's visits, not after. "What is it?" she asked. "I just wanted to talk to both of you while we're alone." She looked next to Jack, and they looked uneasily at Maggie. "I have something very important I want both of you to hear," she said. Again. Jack said aside for lunch instead of, "Don't throw that around. What are you doing?" No. You can't throw it around. My phone. Did you go to my camera roll? No. Thought you did for some reason. There you go. Jack sat aside his lunch and stood up to be closer to his wife's side. "What is it, Maggie?" "As I was telling Rachel stories today, this popped into my head, and I knew you both have to hear it, because if just one of you heard it, you'd tell the other someday that I never said any such thing." "Well, what is it?" Evelyn asked, sitting up. "I don't ever want you to force Rachel to wear my wedding gown." Jack and Evelyn looked at each other. "What?" Jack asked. "I don't want you to force Rachel to wear my wedding gown. You got me all upset inside for that?" Evelyn protested. "Yes," Maggie laughed. "It's important to me. 22 years from now, I don't even want either of you forcing her to wear my gown out of sympathy. She may not like that gown, and I don't want her to wear it just to make one of you happy. I want her to wear what will make her happy on her wedding day. Now, I promise," Jack chuckled. "Mom," Emily crossed her arms. She could barely think of Maggie's death, let alone talk about it, and she would never consider laughing about it. No one always talking about these things. What? Hey, look. You're good. Bobby! Come over here. I don't know what you're dealing with. Fine. I may not be around when Rachel gets married. Well, I know I won't be around, and that's why I want to make sure one of you two won't be forcing her to wear some old ratty gown from the 70s. Fine, I won't make her wear it. You didn't wear mine. Why would I expect her to wear yours? I'm glad we got that cleared up. Maggie laughed, noticing the mother found no amusement in the conversation at all. For a minute there, I thought I was going to have to break you two up, Jack said, taking his plate into the kitchen. He didn't like to laugh about these things either, but if making light of them helped Maggie, then he was going to try to find his best to find the lighter side as well. Maggie observed that her mother was obviously both bothered by something. Evelyn stood up to follow Jack into the kitchen when Maggie stopped her. Mom, wait, she begged. I didn't know that would upset you. Evelyn patted her daughter's hand. I'm not upset. I just want to make sure Jack has enough to eat. She attempted to make her get away again. Mom, come on, look at me. I can't chase you down. What's wrong? Evelyn sighed, trying her best to maintain control. It's just one of the things that I've never imagined I'd ever have to think about, she said slowly. I wish that Rachel would wear your dress. I wish that she'd want to wear it. Evelyn felt her emotions swelling, but she held them back. Jack leaned on the stove. This was a moment he knew would come, but he was not prepared for talking about the reality of Maggie not being there, being with them for track races or football games, cheerleading tryouts or senior prom, graduations or wedding day. He braced himself as he walked into the living room and sat on the chair next to Maggie. Listen, Maggie started, looking at Jack and her mother. We all know that Rachel, too young to remember me. A tear rolled down Evelyn's face. It's true, Mom, she is. But my things aren't going to make me alive to her. I want her to know my things about my personality. I want her to know why I fell in love with her daddy. I want her to know that I would nearly burst into tears when I carry her through Ferguson, and people would stop me and say what a beautiful baby she was. And I want her to know that I thank God every single day of her life for her. Those are the things I want to be kept alive in Rachel. Jack stared at the floor, wondering if there would ever be an easy conversation in his life again. Could you do that for me, Mom? Can you keep me? Can you keep me alive that way? Evelyn wiped her face and nodded. I can do that, she said convincingly. I would love to do that. Yet there is nothing inside of Evelyn that would ever want to talk about her daughter in the past tense. She wanted to wrap her arms as she did when Maggie was a child, who pleaded, up, up, and simply make it all better. So, definitely the cancer is definitely getting worse. We'll see what happens.